Okay, we're gonna be talking about someone I've never talked about on this channel before, but you know what? Let's go for it. So everyone, today we're gonna be talking about the 2013 fad, Joey Graceffa. I didn't mean that. That was my evil twin. No, I'm pretty sure he's still successful to this day, so you know what? Good for you. But I just associate you with 2013, so just let me be. But if you're a Joey Graceffa fan, like, all love to you, babe. All I'm saying is I associate him with, like, the Bethany Moda era. So Joey Graceffa is in a little bit of hot water right now. A video has resurfaced of him and Shane Dawson, and it is extremely offensive. It's him doing Shane Dawson's makeup, and he's obviously chosen a really dark shade, which in itself... And then they're making jokes, and then Shane does stereotypes, and Joey's laughing along, and it's just... Why does every YouTuber have a racist past? Or if we're not gonna call it a racist past, like microaggressive behavior, or making fun of other races, or... You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have even had to say as many examples as I just did. You know what I mean? But with all these YouTubers, it's like oh yeah, that was just part of their growing up. I'm sorry, okay, you can pass off problematic behavior to a certain limit, but whenever it comes to, like, making fun of, blatantly, different races, it's kind of weird, honestly. Especially whenever you're in your mid-20s or early 20s in these clips. Like, you can't even say that you were, like, a 13 to 15-year-old. Which even... you know what I mean. So first of all, we're gonna watch the clip and then we're gonna talk about it, and Joey has actually responded, so we're gonna read that out too. There's a lot to dissect, so first of all, let's watch the clip. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's begin.
First, we're gonna start out with foundation. It's a little darker than your skin tone.
That's natural and subtle?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Natural and subtle for Queen Latifah.
Okay, so we're just gonna... Oh my god.
Oh my god, so funny.
This is really bad. I didn't realize it was gonna be this dark. Okay, I'll just blend it.
Oh, what part of this color do you think was not gonna be great? What else you got in there? Weave? A pork crunch again? Like, how racist is this gonna get?
Don't worry, I'll wipe it off. It's gonna be...
My black fans are so angry right now. Oh, trying to quiet down the black girl? Trying to keep me quiet?
And look, sun-kissed.
Sun-kissed? I look like you threw me into the fucking sun.
Don't worry.
Sun-fuck. I can't wait to drive home with this. I'm gonna get pulled over immediately.
Look at me.
I am looking. You can't tell because my face is black. You're lucky that I have...
First, we're gonna start out with foundation. It's...
There was a lot that just happened there. I'm sure you have your own thoughts by now, but what I'm gonna do is watch it one more time and just some things off the top of my head.
It's a little darker than your skin tone.
Little darker than your skin tone, so it obviously wasn't a mistake. I'm sorry. How are you gonna go into a supermarket knowing that you're putting makeup on him? Look at that skin tone. Literally matching with my wall. And buy that shade. How are you gonna be like, oh, it's a little bit darker? That's why I don't fucking accept the excuse of, oh my god, I just made a mistake. No. Also, we'll get to this whenever we read out his apology. It's not your place as a white person to accept his apology for doing stuff like this. So it's a little bit dark, he's already agreeing that he knows it, and also this is not the color of that. In a supermarket with no context, you would know that.
It's a little darker than your skin tone.
That's natural and subtle?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Natural and subtle for Queen Latifah.
You're laughing quite hard, Joey.
Okay, so we're just gonna...
Joey's actually laughing harder than Shane making these jokes. They're both at fault here.
Oh my god.
Like, it's, oh my god, it's so funny, look. Oh my god, it's so funny. Fuck off. Like, what is so funny about this? This was not a product of its time, by the way.
I can't do this. This is really bad. I didn't realize it was gonna be this dark.
I didn't realize it was gonna be this dark, but then if you look at the bottle that he holds up, it's the exact same color that's what's coming out of the bottle.
It's a little darker than... We're just gonna... Oh my god. I can't do this. This is really bad. I didn't realize it was gonna be this dark. Okay, I'll just blend it.
Oh, what part of this color do you think was not gonna be great?
So, shout out themselves.
What else you got in there? Weave? A pork crunch again? Like, how racist is this gonna get?
Don't worry, I'll wipe it off. It's gonna be...
My black fans are so angry right now. Oh, trying to quiet down the black girl? Trying to keep me quiet?
And look, sun-kissed.
Sun-kissed? I look like you threw me into the
Don't.
Sunfuck. I can't wait to drive home. I'm gonna get pulled over immediately.
Look at me.
I am looking. You can't tell because my face is black. You're lucky that I have.
This is so awful on multiple levels. Now what we're gonna read is Joey Graceffa's apology. I want to address a clip that has recently resurfaced from a 2013 collaboration video for Shane Dawson's channel that was deleted many years ago. The video being circulated was from a makeup challenge where I ignorantly chose an improper shade of foundation, which led to Shane making some racist jokes. Although these jokes made me uncomfortable, I was also complicit, and at the time I was too intimidated to call out these offensive remarks. Looking back, I am so disappointed and embarrassed in my own ignorance and cowardice. Cowardice. Cardice. How the fuck do you say that word? I take full responsibility for my mistakes and for not putting a stop to what was happening right then and there. I am deeply sorry to those who were offended and disappointed by my participation in the video. I am too. While it was taken down many years ago, oh my god, a second time you're reiterating that now. This still serves a lesson that these issues should never be taken lightly, no matter what age you are. I know I have lost trust with many of you. Although I am not owed anything, I ask you for the opportunity to earn your forgiveness as I have grown so much since then. I hope to regain your trust moving forward by continuing to use my platform to advocate against injustice while educating myself along the way. Love, Joey. This statement of apology did some of the normal YouTuber apologies, basically by saying how long ago it was deleted, I take full responsibility, I'm disappointed by myself. But it's interesting how he's like talking about Shane like they're just not friends anymore, you know what I mean? He's talking about Shane, like, collaboration video for Shane Dawson's channel that was deleted, okay, that was the first time, which led to Shane making some racist jokes. Although these jokes may be uncomfortable, I was also complicit, and at the time I was too intimidated to call out these offensive remarks. So were you both really close friends then if you were too intimidated to call him out? Is this his way of saying that they're not close, or they were never close, or was it just like a work relationship, or like, because I know myself, I would have no problem dropping my friends like that, who were doing this. I was too intimidated to call out these offensive remarks.
This color, do you think, was not gonna be.
You don't look intimidated here.
What else you got in there, weave?
You're laughing quite hard.
Like, how racist is this gonna get?
Don't worry, I'll wipe it off. It's gonna be.
My black pants are still.
Like, to be intimidated, surely you would be a little bit more quiet. Like, and surely you would be like, not like. Is this his way of like telling us that like he's like taking himself back from Shane too? Because I don't believe that's looking too much into this, you know what I mean? Like,
allegedly.
A collaboration for Shane Dawson's channel that was deleted many years ago. Shane making some racist jokes. Although these jokes made me uncomfortable, I was complicit, and at the time I was too intimidated to call him out. Or call out these offensive remarks, sorry. What do you guys think? So here's some of my subscribers' opinions, and make sure you stay to listen to them, because you know what? You'll know what I mean. Analog Winter said, as a black person, I don't think that Joey is anywhere near as bad as Shane. Unless I'm mistaken, there's only this one clip of Joey. He needs to address it, take responsibility, promise to do better, and actually do better. I don't follow him, so I'm not sure if he seems problematic now, but he doesn't seem to have built his career on a foundation of racism like Shane has. Joey's on thin ice though, but it's not too late for him to turn around and turn back before he falls through and loses the internet's respect like Shane. Arlen said, I don't like him, I never have, and now I definitely never will. Kimberly said, I find it so disturbing how many people normalized this content back then, and I find it even more unsettling that I only watched them back in the day and never saw the problem with them. But I remember Joey saying that he felt uncomfortable doing it, but he still did it. MK said, honestly, I feel like since Joey's breakup, he's gone off the rails. I used to follow him on Instagram, now I don't because he seems so different and not in a good way, and he's always been known to ignore controversies. The Super Tarn Show said, I don't know if he has actually changed. Joey has kind of fell into irrelevancy over the years. Not totally irrelevant, but somewhat irrelevant. So I do believe that he's getting better, but not the person in these videos. A Thought from a Thought, love that name. Yeah, people say it was a different time back then, but was it really? It's not like it was ever okay to say the M-word. It's not like blackface was ever acceptable during that time period. People act like these scandals were back in the 1800s. But no, it was like 2009. These are some of my subscribers' opinions about his apology then. I got y'all to do both, thank you. Tiffany Werewolf Girl said, at least he says he did what he did and wasn't saying it was his past self. I think he can do a little bit more, but he does do more than what celebrities do. They just say, sorry, I'll do better, but at least Joey, to me, at least admits that he's done better and owns up to it. Keep in mind, I'm a bias in this, so I'm willing to hear other people's opinions. Sarah said, I feel like since he wasn't making the jokes, he wasn't on the same level as Shane, but it's a relief when someone can own up to their part they play, and I feel like he sincerely did that. Ariana said, personally, I understand being uncomfortable when someone says offensive things, even if they're close to you, and being unable to say anything because you don't want them to hit you, treat you differently. However, I feel like this video should not have been posted in the first place. The thing is, this is not my apology to accept, since I'm not in the grip of people he offended, so whether I accept his apology or not, it does not matter. I'm Bored said, he's usually a very unproblematic person, and he's shown so much growth, unlike Shane, Tana, etc. So as a black girl, I think this apology is okay-ish. And I hope he learns from this and people can move on, because I believe he has changed. Peace Girl said, I'm glad he spoke about it. It had to be addressed at some point. Not everyone will accept this apology, which is obviously okay, as they don't see it fit their standard of an apology, but for me, it's enough. Hopefully he will show through his future actions that he has changed and does not support the version of himself he once was, rather than apologizing to save face. Kaylee said, I'm not a person of color, so it's not my place to accept this apology, but I do accept him taking responsibility. Celeste said, as a person of color, this apology seems more genuine because of the fact he recognized that what he did was wrong and was willing to continue and grow. He didn't blame it on his past self and took some responsibility. Take note, Shane. Misadjusted said, I was able to watch the full video on Daily Motion. I think Joey's intentions was to create an overly tan girl, like a valley girl who goes tanning way too much, but got an even darker shade than intended. Then Shane started making racist jokes and Joey laughed along. As you get closer to the end of the video, Joey seems to get more and more embarrassed and apologizes a lot. What starts off as seemingly genuine laughter starts to sound more like nervous laughter towards the end. It was wrong of Joey to do that. He should have thought about his actions before and after filming. He could have chosen not to upload it. Shane was a much bigger person and YouTuber at the time, so I understand he might not have wanted to stand up for himself, but it's not an excuse that what he did was wrong. Unlike Shane, Joey doesn't seem to have a pattern of behavior like this, so if this is a one-off instance of problematic behavior, I'm not going to go straight to cancelling him. He's relatively unproblematic and has grown a lot since then. Ardala said, I feel like I've read this exact same apology like 6 times. Do they all have the same PR team? Just Here for the Tea said he was intimidated? Quite curious. Yeah, does that mean that the friendship wasn't genuine and it was a power imbalance? Because I'm just gonna watch this one more time. Please excuse me. Because if he was intimidated by Shane, that's not a real friendship in my opinion. That's a power imbalance.
Allegedly.
We're gonna start with foundation. It's a little darker than your...
It probably just was a YouTube friendship, you know, for clicks.
Great. Natural and subtle for Queen Latifah.
Okay, so we're just gonna... Oh my god. I can't do this. This is really bad. I didn't realize it was gonna be this dark. Okay, I'll just blend it.
Oh, what part of this color do you think was not gonna be great? What else you got in there? Weave? A pork fried chicken? Like, how racist is this gonna get?
Don't worry, I'll wipe it off. It's gonna be...
My black fans are so angry right now. Oh, trying to quiet down the black girl? Trying to keep me quiet?
And look, sun-kissed.
Sun-kissed? I don't think he threw me into the fucking sun.
Don't worry.
Sun-fuck. I can't wait to drive home. I'm gonna get pulled over immediately.
Look at me.
I am looking. You can't tell because my face is black. You're lucky that I have...
First we're gonna...
You know what I mean? What do you think about that power imbalance comment? That he was just intimidated? Because Shane was huge on YouTube at that time as well. Let me know. What do you think about it? Let's have that conversation below. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.
Allegedly.
Peace.